really important for an athlete is to know that you're going to deal with adversity.
It was a little bit terrifying. I thought my livelihood was going to be a little bit different from then on out.
We use the airplane times to really analyze what's just happened in the game while it's fresh. That's going to be tight tomorrow. There won't be a lot of scoring.
That's a warning!
Shoots and scores, and Edmonton has taken its first lead of the night, and the Oilers prevail in Sam Gagner, the hesitation, the wrist shot, and the equalizer, 1-1.
There are times when you're tempted to believe you might just be a team of destiny.
Well, we got a period to win the game. We're in a good spot, though.
We're in a tie game against the Cup champs at home.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cherish the
Of course, that's when the hockey gods reach down to remind you that this game has nothing to do with destiny.
1 minute to play in regulation. And here's Hull, but a giveaway. That center might have hit the linesman. Here's Lewison over the line, left wing. Top of the circle, shot, score!
Oh, man. That is unbelievable. Stripes gets in the way, stops an odd man break for the Oilers, and the Kings roar back and score.
LA with 2 goals in the final minute. LA 3, Edmonton 1.
An up and down homestand continues for the Oilers. At practice, it's all business. Afterwards, there's other business for Taylor Hall. A video shoot for a new TV commercial that shows off his athleticism and power.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, isn't it? Very cool.
For Swedish blue liner Oscar Klefbom, business is a workout for his recently repaired shoulder under strength and conditioning coach Chad Drummond.
Very frustrating to not play in Sweden, but it's a very good opportunity for me to know the guys who I hope I'm going to play with next season.
The Oilers hope so too. A first-round draft pick and 19th overall in 2011, Klefbom is viewed as a top all-around defense prospect.
I see myself like maybe some Nick Schultz, maybe, like a two-way defender, good on his skates, can bring some offense.
Everybody off to a good start here. How about we get Belly going here? Belly, you start up against Brodziak, Hex.
The D-man Klefbom would like to model his NHL game after is part of the evolving leadership on this team.
You know, it's an honor getting a chance to wear a letter, be looked upon as a leader.
Come on, Schulte.
So it's something where, you know, take it seriously, and it's something where you're looked upon to, you know, take the next steps here in Edmonton, hopefully, and be a part of that and the leadership group here, and make sure that we're heading in the right direction and we're getting better and getting, you know, into the playoffs and growing as a team.
But leaders don't have to wear letters. Now in his 17th season, Ryan Smith shows his character in adjusting to a supporting role on a young squad. His response to being a healthy scratch for the first time in years is do anything for the sake of the team.
Want to shoot, Smitty?
It might mean helping out at goalie practice.
Thanks, Smitty.
Or stuffing the first puck home on the night of his 37th.
Smith wraparound scores! Happy birthday, Ryan Smith! The Oilers with a 1-0 lead. Smitty, happy birthday, old
It's a good start, but Minnesota is a tough division foe. One the Oilers must learn how to beat in order to move up the standings.
pass opportunity.
Tonight, the Wild come back to spoil Smitty's party.
First lead of this hockey game.
Late in the third, the evening ends badly for another Oiler, too.
Oh, absolutely crushes Clutterbuck.
Back in the dressing room, injured captain Sean Horkoff offers number 4 some sympathy for a tough play.
Doesn't look very good, but
I know it's like it happens so quick. You make a decision so quickly.
The Oilers will have to dig deep. They're now a game under 500. The Oilers are going to have to find a way here. In fact, they probably will have to find a way without Taylor Hall.
Game over. Other leaders step up and call for more from everybody on this team.
Hey, listen. We're supposed to play a certain way. We've got to play that way. We all know what we have to do. We have to do it. The whole game. We can't play a certain way if we can't rely on one another, trust one another. It can't be acceptable. I don't know if you guys enjoy this or what, but it's not fun. We can do it in here. We can play good. We can do it every night.
If we're going to make playoffs and bear down here and be accountable for each other, nobody else can do it, boys. It's all of us in here.
You say something here, focus, and do it out there. It's not just talk about it. Enough.
All the sleepless nights and poopy diapers, and then she gives you a smile and it all goes away.
With one game left in a homestand that has failed to produce the points they hoped for, the Oilers dig in at a vigorous practice. The road awaits, and they're determined to leave town on a positive note. For one Oiler, it's a positive just being able to play again.
It was a scary, scary time. It was a little bit terrifying. I thought my livelihood was going to be a little bit different from then on out.
Jones was hit in the eye by a shot that deflected off a skate during a scrimmage with some other NHLers in Minnesota during the lockout.
As soon as I looked out, I knew I had to be at the hospital right then. So I drove myself to the hospital and got in to see the doctors. I was fortunate enough to be in surgery about six and a half hours later. It's tough being away from the guys. All that banter and all the stuff that goes on in the dressing room is what you miss the most. When you're not around it, it just feels like that little bit of something's missing. You know, it's not that I don't enjoy spending time with my wife, but getting to be around the guys is a whole different ballgame for sure. He's a good hockey player. Underrated. Seems like forever since the injury, but no, it's only been 53 days and counting. So
I think that your legs are ready. I think your body's ready.
I've done all the fitness testing and the practicing with the boys, and I'm ready. I'm for sure ready and excited. I got a feeling.
Number 28's return to the lineup gives the Oil an infusion of energy, grit, and some grease.
Throughout my entire life, I just was never the skilled guy. I was just always the kid who loved the game and went out and worked as hard as he possibly could.
Ryan Jones banging away. First shift out there with Eager and Belanger making his presence felt.
I learned early on just in watching, you know, my favorite players play that around the net is really where everything happens. Offensively, that is. Pucks have to go to the net to go in. That's obvious.
Yeah, good job. Here we go, boys. Get sharp, get sharp.
If you put yourself around there, then good things are going to happen. You're going to score goals. You're going to create screens and allow other guys to score goals.
Now a 2-on-1. Eager with Jones. Jones shoots! Another opportunity for Jones, and it's clubbed away by Yandel.
Jonesy, that's it. Watch your hair.
Despite outchancing their visitors by a wide margin, the Oilers find themselves down by a pair of goals midway through the game.
Matthew Lombardi gives the Coyotes a 2-0 lead.
The Coyotes are notoriously difficult to beat when they grab a lead, but the Oilers don't give up. Jordan Eberle's goal late in the second frame stokes a fire in the dressing room.
Oh, yeah, good play. Guys, got a way to get it in. How we go from that?
This will be a big win before we head out on the road.
The Oilers storm out in the third period.
Great job, Nugget.
They keep pressing. And finally, they net the equalizer.
Oilers get their third power play of the game. Opportunity! Goal! Timo Heimikainen!
The Oil complete the comeback.
Jordan Eberle in over the blue line. Eberle backhander, he'll score!
And then take the much-needed extra point in a shootout. Now, in an ordinary NHL season, the Oilers get chased out of Rexall Place by the Canadian Finals Rodeo. This year, it's granite, not horses and bulls. Edmonton is hosting the 2013 National Men's Curling Championship, the Brier. The Oilers face a 9-game road trip, the longest in franchise history.
Don't start crying on me now. You look bad.
For defenseman Corey Potter, it will probably feel even longer.
Want to give him a smile? Yeah, I actually had a good opportunity to go and play over in Vienna, Austria for the lockout, and we came back early December and had her on December 14th, so I had a good 2 or 3 weeks to really spend some quality time with her and to learn the joys of fatherhood and figure it all out. So it was, the timing worked out pretty good for us to spend some time together before the season started up. The only thing that gets you through the day is all the smiles, all the sleepless nights and poopy diapers, and then she gives you a smile and it all goes away.
Yeah. Every time he's on the road, I always send him pictures and stuff with her. I think it kind of makes it harder on him,
Yeah. I feel like you're gonna miss a couple milestones. They're gonna probably gain a couple pounds, maybe look a little different when you get back.
You gonna say goodbye?
It's definitely tough to leave your child when you feel like you're just starting to get to know her and she's growing and changing so much, and after leaving for 17 or 18 days, you feel like you're gonna come back to a different child, but you just gotta weigh the good with the bad, I guess. You're not gonna change much by the time you get back.
A new dad heads off to work again. Over the next 17 days, Potter and his teammates will rack up over 12,000 kilometers in the air and play in 8 different NHL cities. Their postseason chances depend on the results.
We're visiting some tough teams, and I think if we can get some wins on the road, it's going to be huge for us because we're right in the race right now.
Oh, it smells pretty good. I wish it was smell-o-vision.
Cheese turtle from Mama O.
The longest trip in Oiler history begins against the NHL's best team. The Blackhawks have yet to lose in regulation. It's going to be a very stiff test, but the visitors have come to town in high spirits.
Gene, Gene, multitasking. Look at this guy. You're good with every kind of equipment. Hey, you notice Gene's 1970 suit he's wearing? Hey, 1980s. Yeah.
For one Oiler, Chicago is not just home for the opposition.
Always good to get back home. See the folks.
Edmonton's assistant general manager, Rick Olchek, was born and raised in this city.
Cooking.
A road game here means a drive over to Mom's house.
Probably change the locks. How you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Oh, if that's our wall of shame. Mom, you want to show him?
Sure. This is Eddie when he won the Stanley Cup.
With the Rangers. And that was with actually Mr. Lowe was on that team. And Craig McTavish. Former Oiler Mark Messier was also on that team, so it was good to get a lot of former Oilers there. And Eddie was one of Eddie's prouder moments as a player to hoist that Lord's Stanley Cup. So hopefully we get another one back in Edmonton here soon enough. So another old chick gets to hoist one.
Sounds good to me.
So well, come on.
He doesn't have the Stanley Cup ring or hockey DB profile that his older brother does. But this Ivy League law school grad is an accomplished hockey pro in his own right.
Well, we had a few roster changes for tonight's game versus the Chicago Blackhawks. So I have to inform the league what our transactions are. And and then send the paperwork to the player, the agent, and of course file with the league. My responsibilities include a variety of things, anything from the hockey operations standpoint, anything dealing with the league, collective bargaining agreement, player transactions, cap analysis. And so I'm in constant communication with Steve and Kevin and Craig to make sure that we're all on the same page, and then we'll have discussions with our coaching staff in terms of how they're able to conduct and make sure that we can have the best lineup possible on the ice.
Mrs. Olchek is the kind of hockey mom every player, Pee Wee and NHLer alike, would love to have taking care of him.
Meatballs. Yeah, meatballs in the gravy, Italian.
You making,
and then I'm going to make some tortellini. So just a little dish, and then the pasales.
My mom has been doing this since I've been with the Oilers, going on the 6th year now. Every time we come through here, she's always cooked for the guys.
Well, because when Eddie and Ricky were up in Stratford, Ontario, the families there were so nice to them, and it's just like a little payback.
Hockey's been part of our life forever. Coming from Chicago years ago when Eddie and I were growing up, it wasn't the quote-unquote hockey hotbed.
That's what they wanted to do, and we felt that it would build good character. It brings you closer together as a family also. And that's what hockey is. It's a close-knit family, just like our regular family.
I think our values definitely were instilled from my mom and dad. There's no doubt about that. They instilled in us, love what you do, be passionate about whatever you're doing.
These are just about done. Yeah.
She may not have played the game herself, but Mrs. O sounds a lot like a coach on the subject of keys to success.
You have to work hard. You can't wait for someone else to hand you something. I love the tortellini. Be ambitious, be patient, and your time will come.
I was on the phone, you never know when it's going to ring. It could be Kalo or Tambi or Mac T. You gotta answer ASAP. I always do. So 24/7, the phone's on.
The mom, you're okay with that? He's always working?
That's what he loves to do. If he loves it, I love it. They get a lot of that from their dad. My husband is a very hard worker. Okay, the sauce, ooh, it smells pretty good. I wish it was smell-o-vision. This will be nice. They need the carbs.
Absolutely. Cheese tortellini from Mama O.
Enjoy. There.
We know Mrs. O's rooting for the Oilers today. Or are you hoping for a tie, Mom?
May the best team win.
That's good.
Rick Olchek grew up here, but another member of the Oilers family has fond memories of Chicago too, including his own Stanley Cup ring from 2010.
It's a fun place to play for sure. The fans are great right from the start of the game with the anthem. It's so loud, and it's a nice experience for guys that have been in the league for a long time, and it's nice to see the rookies get in here and play for the first time.
Ben Eaker's first season as an Oiler wasn't quite the one he'd hoped for, but he's put it behind him.
Ralph's been, he's been keeping guys accountable, and if you're playing well, you're going to get rewarded. So, I've been just trying to show up to work and play hard, and Ralph's noticed that, and he's been giving me a good opportunity.
Come on, boys. Talk to him there, boys.
Since I was pretty young, I've been able to skate pretty well, and in the off season, I try to work on my explosiveness. And
Jim,
you can catch the odd defenseman by surprise a little bit. You get the puck, you get a step on them, and even if you're not scoring, you're wearing the defenseman down. You might get a couple chances there.
A short-handed goal, his first goal of the season.
That way, Petey. Right, Lenny. Good stick. Wiki.
Kane now. Patrick Kane, backhand scores. Tighten your seatbelt, Lou. Could be an interesting night.
It's all right, boys. We'll get that back.
We have a few bigger bodies now in the lineup. With Lenny, he gets in, finishes hard.
Jonesy, you just missed that?
I hit my stick and missed that.
I tried to bat that one down low to you there when I gave my belly pass it to me. Come on, boys.
Play down there for a bit.
Yeah.
Edmonton takes the lead twice, giving the Blackhawks and their fans a real scare.
What a shot, what a goal by the rookie, Nail Yakupov. Power play goal.
Gotta dig in here, boys. Not a bad spot.
But in the end, the home team prevails in overtime. Still, it's a good point in a tough building.
Thanks for doing this, Langer.
No problem. Harry, you got the buns?
Tonight's special post-game meal is one well-earned.
Homemade meatballs.
Just figured we're on a team today, so we might as well be matching. It's not how you look, it's how you play, right?
Hi, Anthony Sullivan.
Texans are friendly folk, but Dallas has never been very hospitable to the Oilers. They haven't won a game here in regulation in over 6 years.
Right swing, Schultz. Not.
With a rare day off before they go dancing with the stars, the Oilers head out for a little golf.
Turn.
It's cold for Texas in February, but remember, these guys have come from Edmonton.
There's not a lot of opportunity to get out and do some team things like this, so I just want to get the guys together and have a game of golf, get away from hockey a little bit, enjoy ourselves.
This course took Tiger Woods to his knees.
When you're playing so many games that often, and you're so focused on hockey daily, it can be a little bit of a grind mentally too, so it's nice to get a little reprieve from that.
I can't play. Sure, I'll be a ref, I think. You just want to drive my car.
I started playing maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Ever since that, I fell in love with it. It's a lot of fun. You got that on camera? Yeah, I'm getting off. I can't play anymore.
Don't hit too hard, so it knows you won't get there.
Those are nice passes, though, bud.
Oh, nice.
Oh! Can't forget your cat, dude.
Wits against Halsey and Epps. You absolutely crushed it.
Get a shot of me and Eb's matching outfits if you want.
Bailey, Halsey and Abs, those dumb pigeons dressed alike.
We're on a team today, so we might as well be matching. It's not how you look, it's how you play, right?
This is the guys, they do the whole change. They hang out in good spots with us. They're having a good time. Okay, I'm out.
Peace out.
Here we go. Where's the fairway?
Hey, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. There you go. That's fine though, I see it. It's rolling. You're in the rough or the fairway, whatever it is here.
I'm up against Dubnyk and Jonesy. It's a rivalry. It's been going on for about 4 years now. This is my year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, look at this. This is a PG. This is a tour shot. Look at this. Over the left. I can't do that. It's going to be the longest round ever with this guy.
Fun and done. The Oilers trade blades of grass for blades on ice and go back to work. The assignment ahead is daunting.
We could have 6 games in 9 nights. It's getting a little bit crazy here, but this next game against Dallas is going to be huge. We still feel like we're right there with a chance and not too far from the playoffs. And
Here we go. Punishing forecheck, frees it up for Hemsky. Petrie fakes the wrist shot, gives it to Gagne, and it's stuffed home. Nice defense! Oilers trying to take advantage of it. A big hit there by Eric Nystrom, and he is going to go to the box.
You got 4 guys. Put him in behind them and down here.
we're getting towards the halfway mark here, and there's got to be belief here because we're only 3 points out of the playoffs right now. It's so tight that if you go on a good run of 5 or 6 games, out of 7 or 8, you're going to be right back in the playoffs again. And who knows? You could be even, close to 4th or 5th and be looking at home ice. So.
Oh, nice! Eager fires a shot and scores. Petrell sets up Ben Eager, and the Oilers have a 5-0 lead.
Getting spanked at home doesn't sit too well with at least one of the stars.
Well, that's a bad cross-check right there. I can't believe that was Ben that came out just absolutely flattened Ryan Jones.
A big night for the Oil means plenty of unhappy fans in the American Airlines Center, too. But not everyone is disappointed. Some diehard Barons fans have traveled down from Oklahoma City to see their adopted boys play an NHL game.
Good to see you. How you doing, buddy? Good.
I wish we had NHL hockey. It truly is great. It was amazing getting to watch the NHL players. It was something I never thought we'd ever get to see in Oklahoma City, to have #1 draft picks come through.
You enjoyed the game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed watching them reconstruct the lines and each other's moves and where their positions are going to be on the ice. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it is a lot of fun. We're thrilled to have hockey in Oklahoma City. We are thrilled.
Leaving the Lone Star State, the Oilers move on to the Show Me State. Winless in their last 5 visits to the Scott Trade Center, they'd love to show St. Louis the same game they gave Dallas. Things look promising for a while.
2.5 minutes, and Taylor Hall pops it home. Whitney shot scores, and it is suddenly 2-0 for Edmonton. Dreams come true.
But an early 2-goal lead evaporates. Under pressure from the big, hard-hitting Blues.
You know, we've really played some great stretches in every game, but we're having trouble doing it over 60. It's not an easy thing to win consistently in this league, and it takes experience, and the only way to get that experience is to go through it and to figure it out amongst yourselves and amongst your teammates, and we're in the process of doing that now.
2 nights later, the Oilers face the Wild at the XL Energy Center, where they've managed only 1 win in their last 20 appearances.
And it's slung back to the point by Setaguchi. Puts Minnesota on top at 2:37.
A sluggish start puts Edmonton behind by a goal. But they draw even near the end of the first frame.
Beats it in front, jamming away, and he scores.
Then, inexplicably, the visitors forget the first rule of scoring goals. Shoot the puck. They fail to register a single shot on goal in the second period.
You get outshot 18-0. Pretty tough to paint a rosy picture of that right now for the Edmonton Oilers. They're going to need to be a heck of a lot better. You got to get after and put some pucks on the net.
Ultimately, it comes down to execution, and obviously is a game that is results-driven, and it's all about points each and every night. When you're in a process with a young team like this, we know that we have to continue to stick with this process and be patient with the process.
Heading out, the Oilers leave the Twin Cities to some lousy weather. For Ralph Kruger and his staff,
on that 5-on-3,
it's back to basics.
We had no net front presence there. The coaches generally, all of us are working every minute on the plane. We use the airplane times, even if we're not in a back-to-back, to really analyze what's just happened in the game while it's fresh.
A little bit of flow might be easier to just keep the S3 about everything. You have opportunity to be disappointed in the losses, but we're already preparing for our next day, our next team, our next opportunity to play whomever it may be.
It's going to be tight tomorrow. There won't be a lot of scoring chances in that one.
Especially in a shortened season like this, there's very little time to think about anything except the next opponent after the game is over.
Those things. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of happening so fast. Yeah, this type of season too. Yeah.
You're on 13, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Why not?
So you had bad weather where you were at? Yeah, Minneapolis.
Edmonton's traveling roadshow moves on to Ohio for a date with the Blue Jackets.
You ready? We're out.
You're right in your home there. The ice house.
Ice house. Ice house.
While the players and coaches work at getting this trip back on track, media and management share notes on a trade. Winger Mike Brown has been acquired from Toronto for a 4th-round pick in the next draft.
He's a passionate player. He's a tough kid that plays hard every night, and that's what the coaches can expect and his teammates, is that he'll bring it every night.
Mike.
You never really know when you think about trades and think about when they need to open up a roster spot and all that. You never really think it's yourself, but for myself, it happened this morning and kind of caught me off a little off guard.
Mike, how you doing? Jeff, nice to meet you. My trainer.
But on the other hand, knowing I'm coming to a team like this, with a lot of skill, young group, and with a lot of potential, that I'm excited. I'm really excited to when I heard the news and coming here and meeting the guys. I'm excited to get things rolling.
No, we have grit. We didn't show enough of it last night, but we can play hard. It's just, I think when you get a chance to add somebody that has the skating ability and strength, toughness to be able to insert into your lineup that can also kill penalties, it fits.
Brown definitely adds toughness to the Oilers lineup, but Jordan Eberle shows there's more than one kind of tough.
You want to try to put something over that finger?
I got padding here and here, so I think it should be fine.
Here comes Jordan Eberle. Across the line for Yakupov. Yakupov snaps the shot and hit Eberle. Tries to bounce it in front.
I just got into the puck and broke this finger and bruised my palm pretty good.
Finger's fine. Well, I can't feel it. Thank you. It'll be better, but I don't even use this finger, really.
But you don't think about it, after?
No.
You think it's important? What's that? Do you even do that? Did you break it?
We're on 13, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Why not?
That's pretty warm.
Back to my roots. There you go. I had it in Vancouver, Anaheim.
That's right.
I couldn't wear it in Toronto because of Matt's. He took your number twice. He's not going to take it here. No. He's done. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
I was thinking 11 or 99, but those. Wait, step up with me for a second.
A 9-game, 17-day trip is a physical and mental test. It's important to stay sharp on the ice, but sometimes that can mean keeping things fresh and loose away from the rink.
The focus we basically have taken this year is we do tons of mobilization, tons of dynamic workouts, and then that way it translates it once they get into the more, dynamic environment, which is the game. Season, it's day after day after day. It's such a grind. So that's what we're doing here today. We're just trying to still be active, but have a good time.
That's a warning!
Tonight's tilt with Columbus will be Mike Brown's first game as an Oiler. It also marks Chris Davies' 1,000th game as a professional athletic therapist, something his colleagues find well worth celebrating.
All the teams he's ever worked for on it. Half his 1,000th game. Congratulations, Hal.
Nice. Boogax. Here comes Sam Gagner cutting the and there's a goal. And the Oilers take the lead. It's 3-2. Louis marked this down. 10-minute mark, officially the halfway point of the Edmonton Oilers' 9-game road trip.
TV color commentator Louis DeBrusque, himself a former Oiler, has been watching the team's rebuild very closely.
Brassard right up the middle is Johnson, and he scores.
Brings around a little chip down low. Watch everybody converge down to the middle. Nobody takes Johnson right down the pipe.
It takes time for good players to learn how to play the game the right way. And as Ralph Krueger has said all year long, it's about habits, trying to get rid of the bad habits and play for the structured, good habit game.
Come on, boys, let's get sharp for game here, guys. Come on, boys.
Don't leave the zone, boys. I'm sure we got it.
Boys. The highest skilled players that I've played with, they take a lot of that responsibility on themselves. They want to be the guy that makes something happen, makes something change. And it doesn't always happen in one shift.
A tight back-and-forth game with the Blue Jackets is knotted at 3 after 60 minutes. A penalty to the hosts gives Edmonton's number 14 a couple of glorious chances to secure the extra point in OT.
You have so many things that are processing your mind. And, you know, ultimately for these guys on the ice, they're trying to win a hockey game. They're trying to do something special each and every time they're on the ice. But there's other players, there's other teams that are trying to shut them down on a nightly basis.
And again, Bobrovsky down but not out. Give us one more chance.
They come close, but it's just not their night. In spades. Arriving at the airport, the Oilers discover that the snow they eluded in Minnesota has caught up with them in Columbus. They're grounded.
It's 12 o'clock. It's on the plane for about an hour. That's scrambled in hotels and buses come back to pick us up. I think everything's organized and we should get the checks.
You know, those kind of instances are really out of your hands. There's nothing that you can do to get out there and, you know, shovel the runway and be able to take off. It is what it is. And we're just fortunate enough that we didn't have to play the next night. We were able to get to a hotel and we still got a good night's sleep.
As a late winter storm swirls around them, all this team can do now is stay calm and prepare to ride it out.
You're good. You have a good sleep. I will. Get some rest.
Strud, it's not looking good.
While the good citizens of Columbus dig out from last night's storm, the Oilers are finally cleared for takeoff and headed to the next stop on their road trip, Detroit. Skating hard at morning practice in the Joe is Captain Sean Horkoff. Out for the last dozen games with a crushed knuckle, Hork's not quite good to go, but he's close. Now winless in 3, the Oilers could definitely use him.
I think what's really important for an athlete is to know that you're going to deal with adversity. There's an adage that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's so true in sports because, you know, we are going to make mistakes on a daily basis. Some are going to be big mistakes. Some are going to be small mistakes. It's irrelevant, but the adversity and the losses and the ability to stick together makes you a stronger group.
The Oilers start well against the Red Wings, digging into the second period with a scoreless tie. And a clear-cut decision on points.
And Brown and Juju are going to fight, and you talked about it. And look at these guys. Throwing punches is Mike Brown, his first fight in an Oiler uniform.
Hold on. But as they say, hockey is a 60-minute game.
Stay with your work, boys. A bouncing puck, another one, and that goes in.
You have to build on a game. You have to build on a period. You have to build on a shift even. You have to break it down into little segments like that. And it's so hard for young players sometimes to grasp that because they get frustrated. They think it should be happening on a more regular basis.
Miller, wait, up the middle. Everton scores.
You can tell your child not to touch that hot stove, but until they actually touch it, until they actually go, ouch, that really hurts, they won't truly believe you. So a coach is going to preach every day like Kruger has done all year long. He's going to preach every day the right habits, the right structure on how to play. In time, they will buy in and they will play the right way.
No time to linger over another tough loss in Detroit. The Oilers move on. The Predators await their arrival in Nashville for a game the very next night.
Too many men. This is the worst thing about long road trip, packing, unpacking.
The equipment and training staff know all about packing and unpacking. While the players can hit the sack now, they still have work to do setting up the visitors' dressing room for morning skate.
It's a big challenge for us tonight, you know, coming off a few losses in a row, playing here in Nashville against such a disciplined group. But we're expecting a response from the disappointing middle period yesterday in Detroit. We're expecting a very gritty game today.
Unfortunately, the grit and the bounces are all Nashville's this night.
High slot shot. Fisher makes that away, and it's Hornfist.
By game's end, the Oilers have suffered their worst defeat of the season.
And the Predators have half a dozen goals.
This is the post-game show. Back home, the reaction is immediate.
Lots to get to tonight, but we have to start in Nashville. I did not expect a 6-0 loss at the hands of the Nashville Predators. Just a tough night all around.
Former Oiler turned sports radio jock Jason Strudwick hears it loud and clear from fans.
Has got to tighten up defensively.
These are passionate fans, and what they want to see is they want to see this team improving. They're frustrated. Why is this team not winning?
Strud, it's not looking good.
Especially after a game like tonight, it's not easy to convince the fans of that. They want to see improvement. They want to see improvement now. But to the fans, I try to preach patience, but it really isn't that easy right now, that's for sure.
I mean, I have a lot of friends in Edmonton, and these guys live and die through the Edmonton Oilers, and they want to see nothing but success. But they pay their money to get into the building. They have their opinions. They have their voices. They love the Oilers. And love hurts sometimes. Let's face it. It really hurts sometimes.
Edmonton has exploded to a 3-0 lead in Chicago.
The Oilers are back in Chicago for a rematch with the best team in hockey. The weather is fitting, gray and gloomy. Their road trip is slipping away. Edmonton has now lost 5 straight.
It's not always that easy just to kind of forget about a loss. Some of the losses sting a little more than others. And that's all part of being a professional. It's all part of growing up and being mature and trying to channel that injury and that anger from that loss to the next game, to the next practice, get prepared for the next team coming in. There's a lot of games in succession, not a whole lot of time off for these players to really dwell too much on the past, but at the same time, they do.
Knowing this losing streak must end, Captain Sean Horkoff called a players-only meeting following the shutout loss in Nashville. The season's on the line. It's gut check time.
It's going to be up to the 12 forwards and the 20 guys all together to just try to figure out what our identity is as a team and how we're going to take to win it.
After a month on the shelf, Horkoff returns to the lineup. Tonight, he'll lead his struggling squad against an elite team that hasn't lost in regulation at home this season.
The ability to stick together makes you a stronger group. Everybody's a good front runner. Everybody's a good winner. But when you have to dig down and you have to find that from within, just have to dig a little bit deeper and do a little bit more, that's what makes you a strong person, a strong athlete, and that's what we're trying to build here in this road trip.
The Oilers are focused, but few could have anticipated their response to this challenge.
The high slot shot score! Mike Brown took the shot. His first goal as an Edmonton Oiler.
No, we play the same way, boys. We play the same way here.
Loose off the end boards, thrown back in front. Purvey to the side of that score. Sam Gagner fit by Magnus Purvey, and he puts it upstairs on Ray Emery. And the Oilers have struck twice in 36 seconds. Horkoff wins the faceoff. Here's Paul backdoor. What's our score? Ryan Whitney, his third goal of the road trip, and Edmonton has exploded to a 3-0 lead in Chicago.
Sam Gagner's breakaway stakes Edmonton to a 4-0 lead after 20 minutes.
He's back to Holzer, wide open in front. A save made by Kubik.
But the Hawks are first overall for good reason. The Oilers know they're in for a ferocious battle before the night's over.
Bolin, cross ice, the wrist shot. Patrick Kane, and it's 6-5.
What are you laddie?
20 seconds to play. Edmonton leads 6-5. Seabrook fires it in. 12 seconds. Big windup. Petrie couldn't clear. Center and pass Kane. Broken up by Horkoff. Chance Kane right for a save. Rebound. A whiff. 3 seconds to go. Edmonton's going to hang on and win
test-faced and passed.
If you're out there and you got 20 close friends and 20 brothers sitting beside you, you're willing to do anything it takes to win a game. You're willing to block shots. You're willing to do things outside your comfort zone because you don't want to let that guy down. You need to feel like that by going through tough times, lifting each other up when guys are down.
The longest road trip in franchise history continues. But has courage and determination under fire turned the course of this young team's season around?